Hello, hello. We are on day 54. We have a leg and core set coming at us today. So in case you are unaware, we are doing focused muscle groups this week. So we had a leg day, but we didn't use weights. And then we did some back, chest, triceps. Today we've got legs and core. And then tomorrow we will be hitting up the smaller muscle groups of the arms, so shoulders, biceps, etc. So let's start on our hands and knees for today. Set those knees right underneath your hips, hands right underneath the shoulders. Hinge back into your child's pose. Take a nice deep inhale. When you exhale, come forward. Push your shoulders as far forward as you can over your fingertips and then back. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. Getting this little bit of push and stretch on the forearms and the wrists is really good for them. I've struggled off and on with my wrists over the years, and kind of one of the online yoga teachers that I follow do a lot with wrists, and it's made a big difference. So I am taking some of their ideas and sending them to you. Go ahead and take your hands so that your fingertips face away from each other, and then lean side to side. Still be gentle here on your wrist. You don't have to overdo it. Sometimes just holding that position is all that it takes, but try to spread through the fingertips so that you're pushing evenly through the palm. All right, and then turn your fingertips so they point back at your knees, and then slowly sit back one more time. All right, release your hands, just shake them out. We're actually not even going to be on our hands today, but it's a good start out, warm up. Okay, come back to those hands and knees, and we're going to do some cat-cow. So inhale, push your chest forward, slide your shoulder blades down, and then exhale and round. So cat-cow is good for so many different things. It brings a lot of movement, mobility, and flexibility, rotation in through your back. So the scapula, those shoulder blades, even your collarbones. Feel the shoulder blades pull together as you push the chest forward, and then feel them push apart as you round. Go one more here. Also work with your breath. Exhale, round, and then level off. Let your hips kind of hinge side to side. We're going to do some bird dog, and then we'll get a little bit more into the hips, and then we'll get going with our first leg set. So bring your right arm forward, left leg back, inhale, and then exhale, tuck your elbow and knee together. So just like we did with our cat-cow a second ago, I want you to work with the breath and then round the back a lot as you bring your knee and elbow together. Feel the belly engage. Last one here, and then go to the other side. Plant that wrist nice and wide, those fingertips spread apart. Kind of feel like you're pressing into each knuckle. 2 more. All right, done there. Go ahead and open your toes nice and wide and work your hips back. Shift side to side for the start. You can kind of feel some stretch to the calves, your ankles, your feet, and then plant nice and wide. So see if you can get your heels all the way onto the ground. Push your elbows into your knees to open them out. And then stand up nice and tall. Okay, so I'm going to start with my 44-pound kettlebell for most of our weighted leg set. And then I also have a 15-pound dumbbell for whenever we get into our weighted core set. So we have legs, weighted legs, plyometrics, and then weighted core. I'll run us through really quick. We're just going to do 20 squats, goblet squats with our kettlebell. And then we're going to do 10 each leg of a single leg deadlift. So there's a few different ways you can do this. What's going to happen, you can either hold your weight in one hand, so that's your right hand. Your right leg would go up, that left leg balances on the ground. And you can run through these with me without weight, kind of as a little extra warm-up. If you find that this pulls on your low back at all, because it can. Try holding your weight with 2 hands. So whether kettlebell, you can hold around both horns, or the horns with both hands, or dumbbell, you can hold around both sides, or you can frame your foot, right? Hold 2 dumbbells either side. That kind of helps level you off and keep the back a little bit happy. Big thing to watch though is that you keep that low back stable, right? And your knees stable. Okay, so then we're going to have a lateral lunge. I'm going to be holding my bell with 2 hands. Step out, lunge over, and then step back up. Step out, lunge over, step back up. 10 on one side, 10 on the other. Then we're going to move on to our little plyometrics set. Jump squats for 10. If you need to keep your feet on the ground, feel free. You can stay slow and hold more weight. I said 10. We're going to do 20. So if we have one move using both legs, we're at 20. But if we have 2 different sides, we're going to cut it into half, so 10 each. Then we'll have Mary Katherines or jump lunges. So these will be 10 each. If you need a shuffle, that's fine. Another option is to lunge and tuck that knee. And then we're going to do lateral taps. So you hinge one leg out, lean over the other one. So it's just a little shuffle, reaching down, trying to drop those hips. So make sure when you reach down, you drop your hip as opposed to just lean over. A wood chop. We'll have our weight. We're going to go 10 each side. Kind of hold your weight around the dumbbell or the side bell, and you're going to twist and lift. Twist and lift. So again, keeping stability in your low back, and your twist will come in through the mid back. Then we'll have our windmill. So this one can be funky. Punch your weight way up high, and then if let's say your left hand's holding the weight, your hips shift to the left and back, and then you hinge down that leg, coming back up to standing. So it's kind of funky. Sometimes I see people wanting to just try to lean straight down, which isn't bad, but you get more range if you can kind of let your hips pull back and down. So a little bit of a side deadlift, I guess you could say. All right, then I'm going to go back to my heavier weight, holding at the chest, and we're going to do a weighted twist. So you'll balance on one leg, twist over the lifting leg in that core. And then that's our set. So we'll see how many we can get through, starting off with our 20 squats. So hold your weight high up into the chest. If you need to hold it down, that's fine, but it puts a little bit more work on your core and upper back if you can hold it at the chest. So goblet squat. Here's 4. Drive through those heels. Watch those heels, keep them lined or sitting on the heels, and then your knees line with toes. Where's that core? Keep it going strong. 3 left. Perfect. All right. So there's our squats. Now we're going to go single leg deadlift. So if your left hand holds the weight, right leg balance on the ground. 10 each side. These are some of my absolute favorite hamstring and glute exercises, these single leg deadlifts. They used to really annoy me. Still sometimes they can, depending on my balance for the day. But don't give up. Keep trying. Think about flexing the back leg as much as you are the front. That supporting leg. 3. Bend your knee just a bit. Lining that knee with the toe. Last one. Ugh. Now we get the other side. Don't feel like you have to tap the ground. So your range is up to you. Wherever you have strength and stability in that low back. Think about kind of evenly displacing the weight into the foot. So the ball of the foot, the heel, that's going to help line that knee up as well. 7. Last one. Hold that core strong. 10. Okay. Set your weight down a second. We'll just check in with the back. Standing cat-cow. Plant your elbows on your knees. Inhale, push your chest forward. Exhale, round. One more. Push forward and round. I'm not even jumping yet. My heart rate's up. It's good. Okay. I'm going to hold that bell. Both hands. Start on one side of your mat. Step out nice and low. See if you can tap the ground and then come back. Line your knee with the toe on that pushing side. Keep flexion in your upper back, flexion in that core. 9 and 10. Okay, other side. Step long, hinge down. See how low you can get those hips. Keep that supporting side straight and strong though. 8, 9, and 10. Whew, okay, that kettlebell is a challenge for sure. I take a little twist, and then we get our jumps coming. Starting with jump squats, we have 20. Ready, set, and go. Here's 10. 19, 20. All right. Whew. Then we have our Mary Katherines, your jump lunges, or your alternate. Square off those hips. Lunge nice and deep. Try to keep your range. 10 each side. You got it. Keep it up. 2 more. Perfect. And then our lateral taps. Still stay centered. Extend one leg out and then jump side to side. Little shuffle. 2. Fight to really contract deep through your belly. 9 and 10. Whew. All right. Now we get our core. Starting with our wood chop. So find your weight. Hold around one side of the bell. Get your hips, toes, knees squared off. Twist and lift. Little squat as your weight comes behind. Really feel all the work come from that core. Yes. 7, 10. Other side. Tight and deep. Counter twist. 9, 10. Enjoyed a little crack. Good crack in the back. Okay, now we have that windmill. So if your left hand's holding the weight, you're going to hinge your hips over and back to the left. If you need, you can hold your weight in the lower hand. Feel that top side oblique lifting your body back up, supporting that weight. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. I think a couple sessions ago, we did strong for summer. I was struggling with a 10-pound weight, so today we got 15. I feel it, however, feel in control. So hopefully you're also challenging your weight selection as long as you feel safe, strong, and in control. We're progressing, moving, building. 8. Stack those arms. 10. Whew. However, there are days, I know you guys have seen me struggle with lighter weight than some days I've gotten. So you have to listen to your body. It's always kind of fluctuating. We have days we push and build, and days we settle back and just listen, breathe, take it at our pace. Okay, chest tall, belly strong, twist, right elbow to the left knee. 3, pulling that core, wrapping all the way around as we lift and twist. 7, 8, tall chest, strong back. 10, other side. Stay tall. Try not to round over that leg. 2 more. Nicely done. All right, hit up a quick downward facing dog or just stretch over those legs, whatever feels good for you. We got 1 set done. Feeling good. Drop one knee and then the other. Then let's raise one leg. Push into that left foot. Raise your right leg. Set it down. Raise your left leg. Set it down. Okay, walk your hands back to your feet. Quick little squat. And then let's hit up set 2. All right, 20 weighted squats. Here we go. Set your stance. Toes straight ahead. 1. Focusing on those glutes and core. Sit your hips back. Your knees kind of slide back. You got it. 17. Find what gives you a little more push. Digs a little deeper. 20. Whew. All right. Single leg deadlift. If you're supporting on your right leg, left hand holds that weight. Grab through the core. Find something to focus on the ground. Oh my goodness. There we go. Lots of core. As much knee bend as you can get. 6. Grab the upper middle back and that abdomen. 8. Trying to get that back toe to point right at the ground. And 10. Other side. 1. Remember, we want to keep that low back stable, super strong. Stand all the way at the top. Feel that supporting glute, that cheek. Grab to push you up. 6. 8. 9. And 10. All right. Whew. Couple cat-cows. Push the chest forward. Exhale and round. Remember, as always, if you don't have access to super heavy weight, or maybe you just don't want to push that heavy, so your pace is faster than mine, grab more reps. Don't sell yourself short. Feel the burn, feel the work. We're not here just to check it off. Figure out when you need to push. All right, ready, set, and go. And maybe you do have super heavy weight, but you're going a little slower. Don't worry about that. You push yourself to your max. Sit back on that heel. 7. Flat back. Drop those hips. 9. 10. Other side. 1. 2. 3. Sit really far back. 4. Line that knee. 2 more. 10. All right. Done with that kettlebell for now. We're going to head into our jumps. Here we go. 20 jump squats. Try to land in that squat. Landing light. 11. 19, 20. Whew. Then we get our jump lunges. Ready? Set up your lunge and go. Keep working it. One more each side. Whew. All right, let's shove into those lat taps. Here we go. Feel that core and back. Grab to support, then build the burn in those legs. 3, 2, 1. Whew. Weighted core. All right. Wrapping those hands around the bell. I'm going to start on my other side this time. Twist, and then yank it up. All working from that trunk, that torso. You're chopping a tree down, not just swinging your arms in space. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Flat back. Those hips hinge back. 8, 9, 10. Whew. Then we're going to have our windmill. Set that arm way up overhead. So if your right arm's up, hinge to the right and back. 1, 2. Where's that gut? Come on. Grab it tight. It's there for support. You need it. Keep your low back safe. Set that shoulder blade in. 8, 9, 10. Woo. Other side. Crushing it. Come on. Hang strong. 4, 5. Hinge those hips over. 8, 10. All right. Gonna get that standing twist. Bring that weight up. Put it in your chest. Here we go. Pull opposite knee to elbow. Build resistance. What are you doing to make it tough? 8, 9, 10. Make sure you're not leaning away. Tuck in, but with a flat back. 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! All right. Transition to the ground with a downward facing dog again. Spread those fingertips wide. Drive your hips up and back. Push those shoulder blades down. Wrap around that core. Whew. Okay, lift your right leg up nice and high. Grab through that core. And then slide it forward outside your right hand. Lift that chest. Feel that back thigh drop to the ground. Good work, everybody. That was twist your right arm up. That was a good one for me. Take that right hand. See if you can tuck it all the way behind your left hip and then rotate a little more. Just getting that twist, the mid back. And then let's hinge it back for our hamstring stretch. So sit tall, pull that front hip back, reach your chest toward the toes. I actually wasn't expecting that one to get me so sweaty and burned out, so it's good. Means I chose the right weights, I guess. All right, let's hit up that pigeon. Pull your front heel back towards your thigh, and then kind of walk forward with your arms, and then shimmy that knee back and down. So make sure that those hips, that pelvis is parallel to the ground. Okay, we have tomorrow, and then 1 week left to crush this winter. It's gone really fast. It's a great time to reflect, to think back. But just remember that when you think back, to do it with kindness and curiosity. See if you can take one of your hands and grab your back foot. So then you can get that quad stretch too. So you can do the opposite hand to foot or same hand to foot. Another phrase that I love, can't remember where I read it from, but there's no failure, only feedback, right? Okay, switch to your other side. Let's start with that downward facing dog. But the more that you have negative self-talk, lift your left leg up nice and high, and then slide it forward outside your left hand. But the more that you give yourself negative self-talk, then the harder it is to connect hard work in the brain to the body. So just feedback. When you've had a rough week, a rough day, rough month, physically, all right, lift that arm. When maybe you haven't, tuck it behind, met all the goals you set up for yourself. Remember to just take it as data, as feedback. Hinge back. Don't necessarily beat yourself up, but just resolve to see why, where you fell apart, and then get back in the saddle. Reach that chest towards your toe. And then let's go into that pigeon. Walk that back leg back. Drop that right hip toward the ground. If you'd like, go all the way onto your elbows. But take a little bit of time, reflect. How have these past 12 weeks been for you? It also serves to help you get where you want to go. Okay, grab that back foot for the next season. Trying to troubleshoot, right? See what potential roadblocks are. All right, release that foot. Push into your hands. Take your left foot back to meet the right, and then walk all the way back. Hang over those legs. Lean your body forward. Woo! Just don't fall. Lean back, and then level off. Bend your knees, and then slowly round all the way up. Rounding the back. Pull those shoulders way up into your ears. Rotate them back. Set them down. All right, fantastic job. I will see you tomorrow for some arms.